Governor Scott Walker is making decisions in the new year about the state budget and his political future.
He sat down with our political reporter Jessica Arp today to talk about both.
You're just about a week away from inauguration, starting 2015. Do you have any goals, resolutions as you start the year?
Well, the biggest thing for this year, for the term, is we want to help more people live the American dream.
Statements like that mirror those Governor Scott Walker made on election night, where he became roundly expected to throw his name in sometime this year as a presidential candidate in 2016. But in a year-end interview, the governor insists he's not distracted.
My priority has been, will be, or is today and will be into the future, making sure that things run well here in the state of Wisconsin. And not only because that's what I got elected to do, but because politically, it's in my best interest.
What kind of conversations have you had with your family about it?
There's no way I would ever seriously consider getting in that race unless I felt that Tonette and my sons Matt and Alex were supportive of that. It's something that not just to run, but to be in office. I mean, you can't do unless your family's supportive of it. And I mean supportive, not just go ahead and do it. They've got to be all in. And so those are the sorts of discussions that'll be happening, now probably in the next 6 months or so.
What do they think so far?
What normally would scare family and friends, I think because of the recall and because of this last election being the #1 target, they're pretty well prepared.
The governor says he saw our interviews in Iowa this year and the connections to his former hometown of Plainfield.
A narrative like that, I think, has some impact. What I've got to decide is whether or not discern what God's calling is in all of this. But it's certainly, to see that kind of response, not only from the folks from Plainfield, but from the young people you interviewed in Des Moines at the Young Professionals, it was interesting to hear their feedback.
On the whole, Walker says he's focused on the budget. He wants to merge state agencies, freeze tuition, and retry a plan to give the UW more flexibility from the state. But he says his most impactful reform may be on entitlement programs and requiring drug tests.
If we can transition people there, I think it's not just a benefit to the taxpayers, it's a benefit to employers who desperately need to fill these positions, and most of all, it's a benefit to those people, because I just can't believe that the vast majority of people who are dependent on the government today want to be.
All right, Jessica, thank you. Governor Walker will be sworn in a week from today in a Capitol ceremony along with other state lawmakers.
And he plans to introduce his budget in late January or early February.